Just when you thought the Dutton family tree was complicated enough, 1923 comes in and makes it even messier, with shocking exits, unexpected twists, and a future that's looking anything but certain. The question isn't just who survives, it's whether we even had the family tree right in the first place. Some fate seems sealed, while others, let's just say the odds aren't looking great. So who makes it through 1923, and who gets erased from the Dutton legacy? Let's break it all down. Which Dutton will survive? With a whole new lineup of characters stepping into the universe, and some stepping right back out, in ways we never saw coming. Our predictions on who will actually make it to the next generation have changed dramatically. Some faces we expected to stick around didn't last long, while others have become central to the story in ways we never imagined. The first big loss in the family came all the way back in 1883 when Claire and her daughter Mary Abel bowed out early. Now, let's be honest, no one was exactly heartbroken over this. We barely had time to care about them, and let's just say they weren't winning any popularity contests. Their exit, however, set the tone for the entire franchise. If you were expecting the Duttons to ride off into the sunset untouched, think again. This family comes with a history of heartbreak, and that was just the beginning. Then came Elsa. If 1883 had a golden child, it was her, until she met the cruel fate that sealed not just her story, but the future of the Duttons. Her passing on that Montana mountaintop brought tears and locked the family into a destiny they hadn't planned. And just like that, the course of 7 generations was set. One thing was certain, Elsa wasn't going to be the one to carry on the Dutton name. Fast forward to 1923, and we're 40 years down the road trying to make sense of what's left of the family tree. The show wasted no time introducing a whole new wave of Duttons, and with them, more questions than answers. We met Elsa's 2 brothers, one still running the ranch alongside Uncle Jacob, and the other off in Africa, living a life far removed from the family business. John Dutton Sr., the brother who stayed, had a son, Jack, who was just about to tie the knot with Elizabeth. At first glance, it all seemed straightforward, until the cracks started to show. Because as 1923 kept unfolding, it became clear that the family tree we thought we knew might not be as accurate as we once believed. And that's where things get really interesting. Could it be that the family tree we've been relying on has been leading us in the wrong direction? In the existing family tree, John Dutton Sr.'s death isn't even listed. That's a glaring gap, and 1923 is the show that finally fills it in. According to what we know, Jack Dutton is supposed to marry Elizabeth, and together they'll have John Dutton II, who will eventually become the father of the modern-day John Dutton we see running the ranch in Yellowstone. One character is more likely to survive. With 1923 Season 2 right around the corner, fans know one thing for sure. There's no way everyone is making it out alive. It's the Yellowstone universe after all, and if there's one guarantee, it's that Taylor Sheridan isn't afraid to take out major characters. The Duttons are staring down a brutal Montana winter. Their ranch is still under threat, and Spencer and Alex are about to embark on what might be the riskiest journey yet. Given all that, it's safe to say we're bracing for some serious heartbreak. But one character? Fans are convinced he's got plot armor strong enough to survive whatever Season 2 throws at him. If there's one Dutton who seems destined to make it to the end, it's Spencer. Not only has he become a fan favorite, but the entire Yellowstone timeline pretty much demands it. The biggest clue? Elsa Dutton's narration, which has been guiding us through this family saga from the very beginning. And if you go back to her words, things start falling into place. Elsa predicted that only one of James and Margaret Dutton's children would live long enough to carry the family through the Depression and beyond. We already know John Dutton Sr. didn't make it past Season 1. That leaves just one name standing: Spencer. Fans on Reddit have been piecing this together for a while, and their theories all point in the same direction. Elsa said only one of James and Margaret's kids lives to adulthood and sees the ranch through the Depression and beyond, one fan pointed out. Elsa and John are dead. Spencer is the only one of the 3 kids born in Montana, and he's the only one to see it on to the next generation. He doesn't die. Others have suggested that Spencer's survival isn't just about making it through 1923, but about setting up the next branch of the Dutton lineage. There is also a John Dutton Jr. that will be John Dutton III, Kevin Costner's dad, so there is another generation in there. We don't know yet, but it seems to me that Spencer's son will be John Dutton Jr., another fan speculated. And then there's Elsa's direct line. Only one would live to see their own children grown. Some argue that John Dutton Sr. already saw his son Jack grow up and was about to see him married, meaning he technically fulfilled that part of Elsa's prophecy. But the real weight of her words comes next. Only one would carry the fate of this family through the Depression and every other hell the 20th century hurled at them. That sure sounds like Spencer. More than just destiny, his skills make him the most likely survivor. Of course, it's not just Elsa's prophecy that makes Spencer the safest bet. He's already proven he's the toughest Dutton of them all. The man has survived lion attacks, shipwrecks, shootouts, and more than a few close calls, and he's still standing. If there's one Dutton you'd want by your side in a life or death situation, it's him. One fan summed it up perfectly. Spencer would be most likely to survive due to his survival skills. Another put it even more bluntly. Spencer's gonna show up and kick some ass. At this point, it looks like he isn't just surviving. He might be the very reason the Dutton name carries on at all. The real question is, at what cost? Spencer's legacy. That all sounds neat and tidy, but there's a big problem. Spencer is Elsa's other brother, and while Jack's future looks locked in, Spencer's fate is a giant question mark. But the problem now is that Alexandra, the woman Spencer is in love with, isn't even mentioned in the family tree. No marriage, no kids, no trace of her existence. That's a huge red flag. Is it an oversight? Or is the family tree conveniently avoiding something? If Alexandra is missing, does that mean Spencer's story doesn't go much further? As much as we'd love a shocking twist, the more likely answer is staring us right in the face. Jack might be the one who survives. He's the one who carries the Dutton name forward, making him the grandfather of John Dutton III. But here's the real question. Why does it have to be this way? Why not let both Jack and Spencer live? Why can't they both have families and keep the Dutton legacy thriving through multiple branches? Unfortunately, we might already have our answer. Elsa told us herself at the start of 1923, only one Dutton man is making it out alive. Now, the Yellowstone universe loves to mess with us, but one thing it doesn't do is outright lie. Elsa's words carry weight, and history tells us she's usually right. With the ongoing war against Banner, the writing is on the wall. The Dutton men are headed for disaster, and when the dust settles, only one will be standing. As much as we'd love to see Spencer defy the odds, the evidence isn't in his favor. The way things are shaping up, Jack will be the one to inherit the weight of the family name. If history holds, he's the Dutton who makes it. Spencer, well, let's just say the odds aren't looking great. Which Dutton do you think will make it out of 1923 alive? And do you think the family tree is hiding even more surprises? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more.